Subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement is a fundamental rule in English grammar. The subject of a sentence must agree in number with the main verb, known as the predicate. In simple terms, singular subjects require singular verbs, and plural subjects require plural verbs. While the rule looks straightforward, certain situations make it more complex. One such challenge arises from nouns that appear plural but function as singular. Take words like glasses or scissors. Although they refer to a single object, they always take plural verbs. Conversely, some nouns, such as news or mathematics, are singular despite their seemingly plural form. This can be especially tricky for non-native speakers. Further complications arise with collective nouns, words like team, family, or committee. These nouns can take either singular or plural verbs without changing their forms, depending on whether they refer to the group as a unit or to its members individually. Likewise, some indefinite pronouns such as none, all, some, and any can be either singular or plural, depending on the context. Another difficult area involves noun phrases with numbers or quantities. A phrase like $10 can be used both singularly and plurally, similar to collective nouns. When referring to a single amount, it takes a singular verb, but when focusing on individual dollars, it takes a plural verb. In this chapter, we examine all these special nouns, pronouns, and noun phrases that require careful attention. In this introduction, we provide an overview of the main areas of concern when maintaining proper subject-verb agreement. But before this survey, let's first consider the most common mistakes in subject-verb agreement, which often occur due to carelessness, particularly when a subject and verb are separated by lengthy phrases. Writers may mistakenly match the verb with a nearby noun rather than the actual subject. Consider the following sentences. The flowers in the tall vase has wilted. The old table given by my parents need a coat of paint. These sentences violate subject-verb agreement since the correct subjects are flowers and table. The correct versions are, the flowers in the tall vase have wilted. The old table given by my parents needs a coat of paint. If you're ever uncertain, a useful strategy is to match the verb with the noun that logically completes the sentence's meaning. Ask yourself, what wilted? Flowers. What needs a coat of paint? The table. Identifying the true subject is key to avoiding errors. Always singular. Some subject forms are always singular, even if they seem to involve multiple words. Reading books is a good way to improve your English. To infinitive phrases. To travel alone requires courage. Noun clauses. That he won so many awards testifies to his talent. Subject-verb agreement in inverted sentences. Another area where agreement errors frequently occur is when the subject comes after the verb, which happens in questions and in sentences with adverbs like here and there, as well as negative indicating words. For example, where is the keys? Incorrect because the keys is the subject. Where are the keys? Plural subject keys needs plural verb are. Here is several choices. Incorrect because several choices is the subject. Here are several choices. Choices is plural, so are is correct. Compound subjects. Identifying the subject can be challenging when subjects are joined by conjunctions like and or. The verb agreement depends on the type of connecting words. Subjects joined by and take a plural verb. Example, time and tide wait for no man. If the joined subjects form a single unit or concept, a singular verb is used. Example, a ham and cheese sandwich is my favorite. Conjunctions like or, nor, and but, as well as correlative conjunctions like either or, neither nor, not but, determine verb agreement based on proximity. The verb agrees with the subject closest to it. Example, the man or his children know what to do. Example, the children or their father knows what to do. When subjects are joined by adverbial phrases like in addition to, as well as, rather than, and along with, the verb agrees with the true subject, the noun preceding the adverbial phrase. Example, the boy, rather than the girls, is in trouble. Example, Mary, as well as Mary's friends, has homework. Are you ready to truly master English? Reading, writing, listening, and speaking? Reading mastery. Vocabulary is your key. Without understanding word meanings, comprehension is impossible. Writing excellence. Grammar is the foundation. Build your skills on a solid grammatical base. Listening and speaking confidence, pronunciation, and prosody are essential. English isn't phonetic. Reading alone won't prepare you for real-world conversations. Don't let mispronunciations hold you back. Dr. Burns can help. Improve all your English skills with expert guidance. Visit www.nanheburns.com today. Discover the resources you need to conquer the English language. Tricky nouns. Even after correctly identifying the subject, subject-verb agreement can be tricky because some nouns are deceptive in their number. Singular nouns with plural forms. Some nouns that look plural are actually singular. Examples: mathematics is my favorite subject. The news airs at 6 o'clock. Plural nouns with singular forms. Conversely, some nouns that look singular are actually plural. Examples: the police are looking for the missing person. Poultry are domesticated birds kept by humans. Always plural nouns. Certain nouns are always used in the plural form, even when referring to a single item. Examples: my glasses are missing. Scissors are sharp. Both singular and plural. Some words like fish, sheep, politics, and statistics can be both singular and plural, depending on how many they refer to or depending on the meaning. For example, if politics or statistics means what one majors in college, it is singular. But if it means political affairs or opinions, politics is viewed as plural. If it means data, it takes a plural verb. Politics is a study of the government. Politics are the harder part to navigate well. Agreement with collective nouns and indefinite pronouns. Subject-verb agreement can be especially challenging for special types of nouns like collective nouns, indefinite pronouns, and noun phrases with numbers and quantities, because they can be both singular and plural, depending on their reference. Some indefinite pronouns, like all, none, and some, can refer to both uncountable things, singular and plural nouns. All is forgiven, uncountable singular. All are doing well. Collective nouns can refer to their individual members or the group as a whole. My family are large refers to individual members, implying size. My family is large refers to the group as a whole, implying number. Both are grammatically correct, but quite different in meaning. The first sentence talks about the characteristics of each member of the family, thus it means my family members are large in size. The second sentence says the characteristic of the unit, thus it means that there are many people in my family. By the way, there is a difference between British English and American English when it comes to collective nouns. While British English allows collective nouns to be used with both singular and plural verbs, American English generally treats collective nouns as single units, using singular verbs. Therefore, in American English, it is common to express the members of a collective noun explicitly if referring to individuals. For example, instead of saying, my family are large, Americans would typically say, the members of my family are large. However, when a collective noun describes a situation involving disagreement, division, or individual action, a plural verb is often used, even in American English. For instance, my family are arguing about where to go for dinner. Agreement with numbers and quantities. Nouns that include numbers also act like collective nouns. When referring to the members of the set, they are used as plural nouns and take plural verbs. That is, the number of these words is determined by context. A dozen is enough refers to a single unit. A dozen are at the talk refers to individual members. Regarding a dozen, if we're talking about a unit of things like 12 eggs or 12 donuts, items that come in a package of 12, it is used as a singular noun. If we are talking about approximately 12 objects, it is a plural noun. Noun phrases relating to quantity act like indefinite pronouns as their number depends on what the reference is. A small percentage of the students are poor. What is the small percentage is the students, plural, so the verb is plural. A small percentage of the cake is gone. What is the small percentage is the cake, which is uncountable, singular, so the verb is singular. Beyond logic, more than one. In some boundary cases, subject-predicate agreement goes beyond logic and is best memorized for correctness. One such example is subject phrases that include one. One itself is clearly singular, requiring a singular verb. Correct, one of those books belongs to John. But what about more than one as a subject? Clearly it refers to multiple items. More than one refers to multiple items, but it is grammatically treated as singular, so it takes a singular verb. Incorrect, more than one belong to John. Correct, more than one belongs to John. Even though more than one logically suggests plurality, it functions like one grammatically and needs a singular verb. However, surprisingly, if we add of, the, and a plural noun, we need a plural verb. Incorrect, more than one of the books belongs to John. Correct, more than one of the books belong to John. Why does more than one take a singular verb, but more than one of plus a plural noun take a plural verb? There is no logical reason. It's another quirky aspect of English grammar. In this chapter, we examine challenging cases in detail so your understanding goes far beyond basic formulas. First, we explain challenging cases to identify the true subject of the sentence, and then in cases where the number of the subject is not as simple as it seems.